Hey guys, let's get right into it. So this episode picks up where the last episode left off. Jasmine and Imani are at odds. Somehow they come together. I think, was it Quad? No, was it Messy Quad who got them together? I think they just decided to do it. I think they stepped aside and was just like, let's just have this conversation because they haven't talked to each other since, their last season. So they came together and they were able to not fully discuss everything that was happening to them, but at least come to a conclusion that this little issue with them, they're going to dead it and move forward. I honestly feel like Imani was but I felt like she was going to get really emotional and really deep with Jasmine about some of the issues that she has with her father. And I felt like they were going somewhere, or Imani was building up to something. I felt like she had tears in her eyes. Her voice was cracking. And I think that she was really about to have a moment with Jasmine, but they were never able to have that because everybody kept on jumping in and the environment just did not, or was not, the proper space to have this kind of emotional conversation that Imani was trying to have with Jasmine. So they just deaded it and moved on, and they all, got massages from Manly Hands. Let me tell you something about Manly Hands. I went to an event where they were giving out massages for all the ladies there, and it was an experience. It was an experience. I had a great time. They give amazing massages. I will never do it again, though. We actually booked them for my sister's birthday, and she had an amazing time. And they, kept on trying to give me a massage. So they thought it was weird that I was standing around conducting everything and not, being serviced. But I was just like, nah, because I had it once and it was a great time. But I just felt like I don't want no man who's not my man making me feel this way, with my feet. I want my man rubbing up on me, not no stranger. You're not going to rub me down and then leave me all emotional and going about your business. Hell no. So if you're in LA, I honestly suggest, at least try it. Get a little Manly Hands massage. But baby, don't get sprung like some of us. I didn't get sprung, but I was just like, ooh, this is making me feel away. Get off my feet. So nothing much really happened in this episode. I felt like this episode wasn't a filler, but it was kind of a get to know who the ladies are. Because in this episode, we were able to see Dr. Kendra. We were able to see her interact with her husband. And we were also able to see her interact with her beautiful baby boy. That baby is so beautiful. Them fat legs and them fat rosy cheeks. I was like, oh, he's so adorable. We were also able to see Dr. Kendra's relationship with her husband and how, they were best friends. And he actually caught feelings for Dr. Kendra and she didn't know. And when he asked her out, she was just like, excuse me, what? We're friends. What are you doing? We're best friends. We're not supposed to be dating. But they started to date and she, fell in love with him. And here they are. I think that's so beautiful. She married her best friend. Isn't that what we all want? We get to see more of Dr. Britton's home in Porter Ranch. She's actually living in a new development in Porter Ranch. Dr. Britton, this is why you got to have friends who live someplace that you're trying to move. Because when Dr. Britton said that she lives in a new development in Porter Ranch, I was just like, oh, are you aware of the gas leak that happened in that area? Not too long ago, there was a huge gas leak in Porter Ranch and everybody moved out of that area. So a lot of the homes, the prices dropped for the homes. A lot of the homes were demolished and a lot of the homes were rebuilt. I don't think that Dr. Britton is aware that she moved into an area that 2 or 3 years ago had a serious gas leak. That's why she got that home for a bargain price in Porter Ranch. Stay woke, Dr. Britton. Stay woke. I hope this home is an Airbnb. I hope y'all don't really live there because, listen, that air has yet to be clear in Porter Ranch. So all the ladies are getting together to go celebrate Dr. Britton for her birthday. Her husband is actually throwing her a birthday party just to, not only celebrate her, but to just let her know that he's proud of her. Because remember, last season, he was not okay with her moving out here. But I guess she was able to sign a really good deal. And this show, he finally realized, was a really good opportunity for the both of them, for the family overall. And I think that he just wanted to do this to say, I love you, I celebrate you, I'm very proud of you, and I'm sorry. Because he wasn't very supportive of her during this process, which is one of the main reasons why she decided to move back to Florida to be with her family, because she was trying to get them out here last season, but he didn't want to do it because he hated LA. Who doesn't? You know what I mean? If you're not from here and you come here solely for business, you're not going to enjoy it because you are only living around the transplant. You have to get around real LA. You know, the people who live here and grew up here, you got to get around them to really start to appreciate LA. But if you're just here for business, you ain't going to enjoy it. So I totally get where he was coming from, but he just really wasn't supportive. And I understand as well. I understand where he's just like, you're a freaking doctor. Like, you know, I have a great career here in Florida. We have a beautiful home. You are not a reality TV person. So why are you trying to uproot the family and move them somewhere? And we're not even sure if this show is going to be a go. Thankfully, they got another season and he came on board. But I really do think that this was him, you know, apologizing to her in front of us. Because I think he probably already told his wife that he's sorry and that, you know, he really appreciates her. But trying to clean up that image of him last season of not really being the supportive husband. He was the unsupportive, complaining husband. But now I think this was just a image redo for him as well. So anyway, all the ladies are arriving to this birthday party. And then Dr. Heavenly walks in. Listen. I'm not judging because Dr. Heavenly is me, baby. If it's higher than 3 inches, I can't do it. My knees start to buckle. My ankles start screaming. I am just not a heel girl. I'm not. And I want to be, right? I want to be because when I'm in heels, I look sickening, but I just can't do it. I just cannot do it. My feet are like, it's not for you, ma. It's not for you. Go put on some Timbs. That's what you can rock. You can't rock no heels. So I was cracking up at Dr. Heavenly, but I was not judging her because I was looking in the mirror. Them legs was buckling. Mother was shaking. I was like, why? Why put yourself through that? Get a nice bedazzled flat and live your best life. So Dr. Heavenly can barely make it into this event without falling over. While she's, you know, falling over, her legs are buckling. Dr. Kendra and her husband walk in and they greet her. And, you know, the husband is so kind. He hugs her. They have a really good moment because she was thinking it was going to be a bit awkward because of the ignorant and racist things that she said about him. And he just embraced her. I thought it was huge of him to, you know, just be, you know, kind to her and show her grace. I thought it was very kind of him, but I also felt really bad because I felt like this is something he just deals with. You know what I mean? So it's just like, you know, like how, you know, for me as a Black person, if, you know, especially today with the leadership that we have, if I hear that somebody has said or done something racist, I'm just so used to it at this point that it's just like, okay, like there's nothing else to get hurt about because it's just the norm. It's just the norm. And I think that's what he gave. He was just like, hey, come here. And he hugged her. And I'm just like, I feel like that's what it is. You know, like he's just used to people just being ignorant. So he forgives very easily because if you walk around being upset and hating the people who hate you and do terrible things to you, you'll never live a fulfilling life. So I think that, or I could sense that from him, but I really love that he was just the bigger person. He hugged her, he embraced her. Even Dr. Kendra, she's just like, oh no, it happened. We made up, I'm cool. Like they were just able to move forward and move on and really, you know, change the tone of what that interaction could have been because Heavenly was feeling some sort of way. Like she was just feeling a lot of anxiety about meeting him because she didn't know. And then, you know, the way he embraced her, she, you know, she let her guard down and she was able to have a good time with him and just really be comfortable. And I was just like, wow, how big of them. How big of them? Not sure if I would have done it, but very big of that couple, and especially Dr. Kendra's husband. And then Dr. Heavenly is going to say, well, I think he just loves a voluptuous Black woman. He probably does. And he's probably also a really great guy. You could learn something from him. Somebody tell me what kind of diet that Jasmine is on, because at this beautiful birthday party with all this delicious food, she's not trying to eat anything. And she's checking to make sure that, you know, the foods that she's going to eat, that all of it is like unseasoned. And I'm just like, what kind of life is this? Especially as a Black person. That's all we know. All we know is seasoning. So I'm just like, you are willingly eating food with no seasoning. What kind of diet is this? Oh. Is it the actress diet? No, I don't want to put that on her because the actress diet is just basically an eating disorder. And I don't want to say that she has that, but we are focusing on that a lot. So I wonder if that's going to come up this season because there would be no reason for them to consistently get B-roll of her, you know, wanting food without seasoning and then have the ladies talk about it if it's not going to come up somewhere in the season. I hope it's not that. I really, really do. But I am curious to know what kind of diet this is. You eat food with no seasoning? Like this is your life? Oh dear, I will keep this coochie gut. If I can't have no seasonings, the devil is a liar. Dr. Britton and Dr. Contessa's friendship, it's like a Lifetime movie. Wait, it's like Lifetime. Wait a minute, not Lifetime. Hallmark, because baby, Lifetime can get real messy. I don't get that from them. This is a pure, you know, loving friendship. They have really, you know, gone through a journey with each other. And I love that. I love that. Like, I have that with my best friends as well. And I talk to a lot of people about it. And some people just feel like it's just so like foreign, because people are like, you're still friends with your friends that you met in middle school. And I'm like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, people are just really shocked by that. But there are just some people in your life who are temporary. And there are some people who, you know, come to your life that are not family, that you are going to, you know, end your journey in life with, you know what I mean? And I feel like that's what I have with my friends that I've known since I was, you know, a preteen. But again, that's not normal for a lot of people. And just seeing their relationship, I'm just like, oh yes, like I understand, I get it. And it's so beautiful to watch these two beautiful women go through, you know, life's journey together and end up here. Like, both of them now are on, you know, TV shows on a huge network, and they were able to do it together. I think that's so beautiful. There is a Hallmark movie in there somewhere. It's giving me Babysitter's Club. Can I just say that we got another episode where Jasmine got another ad for her business. Sis, you better work. You better work. I will admit this. I was feeling some way about Imani's husband, you know, being so far away from her. Not because I thought that he was doing anything, because even when they had their phone call, you can tell that that man is in love with her and he misses her dearly. But Imani was being so evasive in the beginning, and then in the trailer, we saw a clip where she was talking about their marriage, and it appeared as if they were having issues. So I was just like, what is going on? Like, why isn't this man living with you? Are things not working out? Come to find out, he's actually down in Oklahoma starting a marijuana business, which in this day and age is legal in a lot of places. And it is a way for you to make a lot of money legally. So that's why he's down there. Because I was just like, why isn't he in Nashville if he's a musician? Like, that's the road she was leading us down. And I think she was just playing really cat and mouse because it's a TV show. But he's actually down there in Oklahoma starting, you know, what could be a very lucrative business for them. So, you know, when I thought about it, I was just like, yeah, I would kind of be evasive about what my husband is doing in Oklahoma, especially if he's starting a weed business, when I made a comment about another girl in the group about her home being a drug dealer home. So I get why she like was not trying to talk about it, because she knew what she was doing. She was saying, oh, I didn't want to say anything about it because, you know, he's just starting. No, ma'am. You knew that you spent that whole season talking about Jasmine's husband's house being a drug dealer house, and, you know, trying to allude to the fact that he's doing something illegal with drugs, and, you know, just really putting it out there that season. Like, she was alluding to it, but she never said it, but she was really alluding to it and leading the audience down that path. So she ain't want to say nothing, because here it is, the pot calling the kettle black. You were alluding to Jasmine's husband being a drug dealer when your husband actually is. So you don't feel right talking about it in front of the girls because of what you did to Jasmine last season. That's where that humble pie is starting to come in, and Mother is eating a lot of it because of the things that she said about Jasmine. So now it makes sense that she was trying to cry with Jasmine and get some sympathy from her, because eventually what her husband was doing in Oklahoma was going to have to come out, and she would want Jasmine to give her some grace when she didn't give Jasmine any grace. I will say, Imani did say it looked like a drug dealer home, right? And it wasn't that big of a deal when she said it. But I think when she realized that it caught on and it was something that was at least giving the season some kind of drama, she stayed in there. And because she stayed in this space of alluding to the fact that Jasmine's husband could, you know, be doing something illegal with a prescription medication, it just didn't go over well. That's why they had this beef. And I'm like, girl, look at you. My, how the tables have turned. Now you in a little situation and you try to keep that information to you because you knew you were wrong. You knew that you were wrong with the things that you said about Jasmine's husband. And here you are in this situation when your husband is actually the drug dealer. Wow. What a turn of events. Little Miss Imani judging Jasmine's home because it looks like Scarface could have lived there when baby you are the real trap queen, not Jasmine. We'll say this though, when Imani sat down with Britton and was telling her what was going on, she led with, oh, me and my husband are both in essence. She later dropped the bomb that he's in there, for, dealing weed legally. Britton gave her some great advice. And because of the advice that she gave her, I'm starting to see how she is the glue to this group. I still stand by my statement where I feel like if you're going to be the glue, you just have to have a bigger personality. But, we'll see. It's only episode, 2 at this point. So we will see what Britton gives this season. She ain't give me nothing last season, but hopefully with her being the glue, she can give a little something else. But Britton told her, she was just like, Imani, be ready. Be ready, because you have to be. You were talking about this girl's husband. And again, I get it. Imani just said it. But I honestly feel like when she saw that it was getting traction, she went with it and wish she could have just deaded it at the restaurant. Anyway, Jasmine finds out through production that Imani's husband is, dealing weed legally. And she's having a field day, as she should. As she should. Imani ran with that little comment the whole season. It caused so much drama between Jasmine and her, and even, Jasmine's mama, who was ready to rock out, at the season finale on Imani. So it caused a lot of drama for her because she was really hurt by it. So I understand why this woman is going to have a field day. I don't think that this is a field she want to play in, because Imani don't seem like the one. But Jasmine is going to have a field day because she was in her home talking to a Betty Boop voice girl. Weird. Talking to her about the situation. And now the both of them are conspiring to basically take down Imani with this information. And I'm just like, I don't think either one of you can take on Imani. So I wouldn't play in that field. I wouldn't play with her. I would, bring it up, say a little something smart about it and let it go. But that's me. I can take on an Imani. I don't see Jasmine or Betty Boop being able to take her down. Not even together. Not even together. It looks like the ladies won't be on her side with this either. So we will see. We will see. That was all the things that I wanted to talk about this episode. There wasn't a lot that happened, but I did want to come to you to, talk about just a few of my thoughts that I had. What did you guys think about this episode? Let's talk about it in the comment section below. And if you like what you see here, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I will see you next, Sunday? Woo! I have so many shows on Sunday. Listen, I wasn't feeling too well this week. That's why I got some things up late. It wasn't the Rona. It was, my aunt. So, when my aunt visits during the Corona, she is a nightmare. So that's why a few of my videos were a little late. But Sunday is just a huge day for me. I have like 4 reviews and I just don't know if I could do it. I will, if I don't get this up on Sunday, I will get it to you on Monday. So see you then. See you Monday for the following episode of Married to Medicine. I was going to say Medicine Wives. Same thing. Love you guys. Bye.